Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. Working a little bit more on our Victorian journal, vintage, Victorian, whichever. It's going to end up with one or the other. I know I'm still not sure what I want to do here, but it'll get decorated somehow. But all I did was go through and on some of these pages just put something down to sort of get me started. Yeah, I added a pocket here. And this one here, excuse me, all I did was I took 2 pieces of paper that I tore. There's a pocket there that flips over and it's just secured with washi tape. Now this washi tape is really old, so it's lost part of its stickiness. So I went under it with just a little bit of glue to hold that down. Now, with this one, this was where it had the flip, or the edge that I folded over instead of tearing off. And I made it into a flip. This is just a piece of washi tape. This could be a journaling space or whatever. You know, that's undecided at the moment. Just back to the book page. And then we get to this part. What I had done was I made a pocket here. And at the time, I couldn't find my ruler. It was somewhere on my desk. I have it right here now. So all I did, I was lazy. I did glue this part down, and then all I did was fold that over. So now I have another flip there. So that's actually 2 flips. This here, because I did not know what to do, I was debating and running it through my head and couldn't really decide. But I think what I want to do here is just, I'm going to come right down and tear that piece off. Doesn't matter whether it's torn straight or not. But this is a pocket because I glued it this way. And now what I can do is if I find something that, let me see, got something with a little bit of color here. Whatever I put into this pocket, get by that rough edge, it's going to show through. So I was thinking maybe a real pretty floral behind that, a couple of tags or whatever, but that was my idea there. That's just a solid page. You know, something to start on. This one I'm leaving as is, mainly because I love the way that the edge is worn there. And as of now, I don't want to add anything to it. Now here, I glued just these 2 sides and these 2 sides, because then I can come back with, let's see, which is, if you find one of these that has a real pretty design on the right side of it. Do I want this one? Or do I want the blue? But that would cover it up, unless I turn it that way. I don't really think it's going to matter. But with this, if you've got something and you're not sure what you want to do, like that could go under there, or it can go this way. So until I make up my final decision, I may want to stick something else under there. So I'll leave that open, but I do like this here. So I'm going to come in here with my ink, because I like to see the difference in the pages. Know where one starts and one stops. Grab my glue. And just simply glue it down. There's really not a whole lot of glue because I hold the glue right next to the page. and then slide that right there, put it where I want it, and that is down. Now I can use this as a pocket still, or whatever, but that's, move this over just, I think I have, yeah. And that's the way I did that one. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of that when time comes. Now I have, like, this was our the big envelope, simply covered the back. There will be something else going on that one. Just to, yeah, just to do something to break up that dark color there. That one's pretty. I like that one. Just want to knock that, because that, to me, I like the paper, but when you're using that much of it in here, it does sort of become a dark spot. So let's lighten that up a little bit. And down it goes. Just like that. I got glue on my fingers. No, it's not quite straight, but you have just a moment or two with the glue. So that looks a lot better. All I did to the front was I added some washi tape. And then I have this. This is going to be probably a 2-part piece here, because this comes into there. So, is that, all I did was go through and stick some pages in where I thought I might like them. So I can show you the process, what I do when I go to put pages into a book. Put that right along this, where it needs to go, but not all the way to. Rip that piece off. That goes into our trash bin, which is stuck over there. And then I have this. I wish I could get rid of this cough. It's just hanging on and hanging on. Go across the top. The weather today is not helping at all. Yeah, I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina, and we've got this storm. It's not a tropical storm yet. It's not a hurricane. It's just, it's a mess maker is all it is. And it's sitting off the coast. They're saying it should move in probably tonight, sometime overnight. But when we get storms like this, they usually come overnight. They don't come during the day where you can actually see what's going on. So you have to listen to it in the dark at night. So put that one down there. Now this side has a flip. But what I want to do is, I want to some way, I'm going to come over here, make sure I've got this all the way down, open this up, and glue this piece here on. Just fold that down. Now, I'm going to come back over here. I've got papers tucked in everywhere. And I found this one here that I thought would be gorgeous on there. And then this is going to go right on there. Come down. There. like that. So now I've got another flip out here, and that could be a little journaling spot. Oh, then I've got this here. Now I may end up tearing this part. I may end up using it as a tuck spot. But right now, yeah, I'm undecided. All I want to do is to get my little inspiration pieces, which are usually the first couple of pieces you put on a page. Get those down so that I can come back in here and start filling in with other snippets of paper, with lace, with pearls, bling, whatever, and just enjoy decorating each individual page. I mean, I went through my washi tape. I pulled out washi tape. I've done quite a bit. Now this is the center. This is what I made a pocket out of. And I just going to come in here and put down something on here to get me started. Now you may think these are just random pieces of paper, and yet they look like it, but I sat here and I went through my papers and picked and chose the ones that I thought would go good, and didn't want to bore you all with the actual sitting here and going through page after page. And then on this side, I picked two. Because I want to stagger these. And yes, I'm making a mess doing my inking. But that is on purpose. Now, this one I'm going to put up in the corner. I've got to order me some more Fabri-Tac. Yeah. I've got one bottle left, and when I open my last bottle of glue is when I usually like to go ahead and order another couple of bottles. Because depending on what day it is depending on how well our postal system is going to run. I've had a package that I sent to my dearest friend and craft sister, and it took her almost 6 weeks to get it because it went all around her area. She finally had to go to the post office to get it delivered. All right, this is the other envelope. So I'm going to be lazy here. I'm doing another tuck under because there's no opening, or well, there's no see-through part. It's just the top that's open. So that's all I'm going to do. Take the lazy way out, just fold it over. But I will ink that edge. And come over here with this and do around here, because I don't know if I'm going to show this edge over here or cover up the edge or what yet. Now, bring in my glue. And the first thing I want to do is get that crease. And then I'll go this way and then down around this edge. And all in the middle. That line up there. Scoot it down just a tad. And then there. Just like that. And then, yes, I cannot fold straight. I was thinking maybe just a book page on here. And I love these old book pages. Like I said, coming down is easy. But when you start tearing across, it goes every which way. But that's okay. That's okay. Now, I want to do something else to this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crinkle it up and come in here. This is Vintage Photo. Wrinkle it up and then just go across the ridges. Just like that. Come down here, put a wrinkle in it, go over the ridges. I just want a little bit of that worn paper look. Now when I straighten it out, I've got that. Little bit different. So we'll put this one here down. It looks like it's almost nighttime here when, let's see, it's only 3:30. Yesterday this time we had most beautiful sunshine, and now we got dark gloomy clouds. Now I'm putting it kind of close because there is some lettering on the envelope there, but even with that I've still covered that edge. So there is that, and that, oh, that's the other side of that envelope, so the top is open. And I think that's gonna be it for today. We've covered quite a few pages, and I want to let this glue really dry before I come back in and do something on top of them. So, I mean, we've come quite a ways. We made it to the halfway part and a little beyond. So we're getting there. Now, it is putting a little bit of thickness in there, not much, but a lot of the thickness is going to come when we start adding stuff like lace and things to it. Now, I did pick out some lace that was in my bag, my little box over here that I keep at my desk. Some are just pieces. In fact, all of them are just little pieces that were in there. Some have a little bit of links to them. Some don't. Like that one was a gathered piece. Is it still gathered? Yeah, I may have to, I may take that off, or I may leave it gathered. And I've got some that's a bit bigger. Pieces of shirt, other pieces of lace. And it's all in this little container here. All different little bits and pieces. I brought some of the hearts in there. And like I said, this are things that I can pull from. Then I went and I thought, well, if I'm going to have lace, might as well pull some bling. And of course I pulled some washi tape too. Some of this I've already showed you. I've got some pearls in here. I've got some little sparklies, different colors. That's that piece of seam binding that was left. I showed you the hearts, I think yesterday, along with the pink flat bats. So I've got those. And I also I found this other bag of bling that's just bits and pieces. I may use some, I may not, but they're there. Then I found a jackpot. I found my bag of halfbacks. And these are going to be great. They're in muted colors, and there's different sizes. of each. I think I picked these up at Walmart. I've got gray or silvery color. I've got the goldish color. I've got white, blue, pink. So I've got plenty to choose from. And so we've got a lot to play with when we finally go to decorating. Of course, along with all that, we have some, these are just some extra large tea cards that I had painted with watercolors. Just simple little flowers. I've got the vellum that I painted. Then I went through, and I know I've showed you this a couple of, I think 1 or 2 videos ago, but these are different little things that I've pulled out. Some are stickers, some aren't, some's vellum, some's, you know, like there's little tags, more little things, doilies. There goes a really large sticker. But it's just different things to use that I thought was vintage looking. So, and as we go through, I have a couple of, that was a button that has the shank across. And all I did was put a piece of seam binding in it. I've got some little altered buttons that I did. I've only pulled out 2 of those because they are quite thick. And different things. So we've got a lot to play with this journal. So I hope you will stick around because it's not much more left to putting something on the pages. And then we get to go back through and put all of this lovely stuff in there and decorate it and put our tags in, put our inserts in. And then we'll see how much more this skinny little journal is going to end up being a gator mouth, I bet you. And it's going to be good that we do have a soft cover because it's going to need it. So, I hope you enjoyed what I shared with you today. And I hope you'll be joining me as we continue on finishing up this little Victorian vintage journal. So until next time, bye guys!